Good evening, Pio Nation. Hope you're having a great day. My name is Matt Williamson. You're watching Marietta College Esports. Tonight, we will have our League of Legends team play against Vernon Nazarene University. This should be a pretty exciting match. The Pioneers played against them last Saturday in Rocket League and Overwatch. It was not in our favor, so we're going to see if our League of Legends team can get some revenge on Mount Vernon Nazarene. We're getting things set up in the lobby. I'm kind of looking over here. I do apologize for a bit of delay. One of the players for Mount Vernon is running a little behind, and so we're giving them a chance to make it. I guess there was something with an engagement, so congrats to the couple. So we're going to give everyone a chance to get back and be ready for this game. So we're just going to wait a little bit for the match to actually get started. I did want to take a couple minutes to go over at least some things that are going on. So we'll first go over the roster for our League of Legends team. So in the top lane, we have MC Cressman, Scott Cressman. In the jungle, we have MC Knox, Lucas Danford. In the mid lane, we have MC Brimstone, Ian Darling. At AD carry, we have MC Larson, Brandon Larson. And support, MC Cowboy, David Stratton. Our sub is MC Moon, Kevin Zhang. And then we have our coach, Drake Newsom. So this is part of the match today is part of the Great Lakes Esports Conference. It will be a best of 3 in League of Legends. Like I said, it should be a pretty good match. And still waiting to lobby. So while we are waiting for that, it may still be maybe another 5 to 10 minutes before everyone is here. Just a couple of announcements and things that's going on with our esports program. We actually have several matches this weekend. So first of all, not only do we have our League of Legends match tonight, but tomorrow our Rainbow Six team will be having its first match in Collegiate R6 for the spring season. And they will be going up against Purdue University. And that will be at 8:30 in the evening. So please be sure to come back tomorrow for that match. And then Saturday, our League of Legends team will be playing again. This time, they are playing against, I want to make sure I get this right, the Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. I haven't heard of that school before, so I'm sorry. But that will be at 4 o'clock Eastern time, so please be sure to come back for that. And then on Sunday, our Overwatch team will be playing against Ohio Northern University, and that will be at 7 p.m. And then our Overwatch team is also participating in the TESPA Collegiate Championship Series. So there will be some additional matches Sunday. So immediately following the match against Ohio Northern, there'll be 2 more games. And to be perfectly honest, I don't know who the opponent is. I don't think they have all the matches set up. Since we have a minute, I'm going to double check TESPA's Discord to see if there are any updates with Overwatch, if there's been any announcements about any matches or anything. Just double checking their Discord. No, nothing there. Doesn't look like the match information is up yet, which would be interesting because the varsity teams are playing on Saturday and it's Thursday. Let me double check here. So bracket. Is there? Nope, no bracket here. So yeah, it doesn't look like the match information is set up yet, it appears. So I'm not so sure who the Pioneers are playing at in the Overwatch Championship, but there'll be 2 games on Sunday, one at 8 o'clock and one at 9. Yeah, I think 9 or 9:30, if I remember correctly. We'll get that information up on social media. We may not be able to broadcast the first match just because it will be I think it's the same time as the Overwatch League, and there's this rule where for the TESPA tournament, you cannot stream during the Overwatch, in the same time the Overwatch League is streaming. So that one might not be able to broadcast, but we will try to broadcast the second one if it is possible. So yeah, a lot of matches. So for all the latest updates and announcements, please be sure to follow us on social media. So you can follow us on Twitter at Marietta Esports. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Marietta College Esports. We have our YouTube channel, so you can go to bit.ly/Marietta College Esports. So you can check that out. So all of our matches will be on there, so you can just basically check out any of our previous matches. We do upload our matches 1 week after the broadcast. So like this coming weekend, you'll be able to see some of our matches with Mount Vernon Nazarene. You should already be able to see our matches with Muskingum and so forth. Part of that just because with broadcasting on Twitch, your affiliation rules about you can't put it up on YouTube right away. So we better wait a week. However, if you cannot wait that long and you have to see our matches earlier than that, you can always, I know this is going to sound crazy, but you can always subscribe to our Twitch channel. So by subbing, you would have access to our custom emotes courtesy of our communication and brand management department. They look awesome. I love them. So you can get access to that. You can also get access to our VODs, so you can watch all of our matches immediately following the broadcast. So for example, after tonight's broadcast, if you really enjoyed watching it and you want to watch it again, and if you subbed to our Twitch channel, then you would be able to basically see the match. So you wouldn't have to wait a week to watch on YouTube. But you may be thinking, well, $5 seems like a lot. I don't want to pay $5 for that. Well, we have this thing called Twitch Prime, where if you have Twitch Prime, you get a free sub every single month that you can use for any streamer of your choice. So you could use that free sub to sub to our channel, and then you get that access. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, wait a minute. Twitch Prime is too expensive. I don't want Twitch Prime. I don't use any of that stuff. Well, I have some good news for you. If you have Amazon Prime, you already have Twitch Prime for free. All you have to do is just create a free Twitch account, and then all you have to do is link it to your Amazon Prime account, and just like that, you automatically get Twitch Prime. So if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can sub to our channel for free, get access to the VODs, access to the emotes. So what's holding you back now? Now, if you don't have Amazon Prime, I can't help you there. That's totally up to you if you want that or not. But all right, it looks like we almost have the lobby up. So I'm going to go over just a couple of other announcements for Saturday's match against Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. It's a very special match. So we have been partnering with an organization called Versus Cancer, and they are working with a variety of collegiate athletic teams all over the country to raise funds for pediatric brain tumor research. You don't need me to tell you the effects of cancer, especially brain cancer. It is something that no one should ever have to go through, but the sad truth is there are many people out there who have to endure it, and they're fighting for their very survival. And we want to try to do our part to help. If the funds that we raise can help towards treatments, towards new approaches for treating cancer, or even improving the lives of those who are affected by cancer, then it is totally worth it. So we are going to be dedicating our match on Saturday for this cause. So please be sure to come check that out. And I'm going to be issuing a donation challenge. So I will be donating $5 every time our team gets a kill or gets an objective, whether it's a tower, a dragon, a rift herald, a baron. $5 for every single one of those. The team might make me go bankrupt when it's all said and done after Saturday, but we'll see. So I'll be donating $5 for each of those. I am not asking you to donate $5, but I am asking, are you willing to donate $1? Just $1 for every kill and objective. And if everyone decide to meet that challenge, then we could raise a lot towards this cause. So if you want to donate, you can go to bit.ly/MC versus cancer. I'm also going to throw in one more quick announcements because I think people are starting to show up for the lobby. So this is one of our newer announcements. And if you were a follower of our Twitter page, you would already know this. That is right. I am pleased to announce that we have we have a Smash team. Hold on, sorry, I try to get things set up at the same time here. Yeah, we now officially have a Super Smash Brothers team here at Marietta College. We had our first practice this past Tuesday, and we're already picking up more people for it. So if you are a Marietta College student and you enjoy playing Super Smash Brothers, well, guess what? We have a team for you. So feel free to come by to the esports room next Tuesday. It'll be at 9 o'clock. It's a little late, but that seemed to be the only feasible time for our Smash team. So next Tuesday at 9 o'clock will be our next practice. So feel free to come by, and hopefully we will find some opportunities for competing in various tournaments, because Smash is one of those very popular games. All right, so the lobby is formed, so we should be getting Champ Select up. So I'm going to go ahead and get it set up here. No, that's the wrong button. That's the starting lineup again. Oh, there. Now you get to see all the players again. Let me get this up. There we go. So let's get Pro Draft up and running. That is not Pro Draft. Give it a second here. And a couple of messages here on Discord. And why is this not showing up here? Give me a second as I try to... Hold on one second. I'm going to move it back over to the starting lineup while I'm trying to troubleshoot here. This has never happened before. If we can't get Pro Draft, if we can't show Pro Draft on here, I'll at least go over what is going on in here with the Champ Select. And it looks like Mount Vernon is ready, so I'm going to try to let our team know that they are ready. And trying to figure out what is going on here with the Pro Draft. I might need to restart the browser. I'm going to try that. Let's close it and reopen it. Let's see if that does anything. Okay, so do that. Let's check this. All right, I think, okay, there we go. Sometimes you just have to turn it off and back on again. All right, here we go. There's Pro Draft. So we should be getting this up very soon. We'll see the timer. There we go. Hey, perfect timing. So it looks like Mount Vernon's going to be on the blue side, Marietta will be on the red side. We already see Recon being banned by Mount Vernon. And let's see what Marietta decides to ban. There is no audio for Pro Draft. Sorry. It looks like Marietta's going with Sejuani. That's interesting. I know Nox likes to play Sejuani, but looks like we won't see her. And we're not going to see Jarvan either. So we're seeing a little bit of targeting in the jungler. And we're going to see Set being banned. Set's very popular right now. They don't want to give Mount Vernon a chance to first pick it. Yumi's being banned, and so is Caitlyn. So some targets for the support on Mount Vernon's side. And they first pick Ornn, and Marietta's going straight for Senna right away. I mean, she's up and she's good. But this is very interesting. Yeah, so they're going to set the Senna Leona. Very strong combination in the bot lane. I know Larson likes to play Senna, but it's just interesting to decide to play that blind. So I guess they're not worried about any counter picks. So now we'll see what Mount Vernon is going to be going with. It looks like they're going to be picking Olaf for jungler, which is... Olaf can be good. It's another one of those where if he gets going, his ult can definitely tear up some players. So now we'll see what they decide to pick next. They're trying to not give away too much. I think they don't want to give away their AD. They don't want to. Oh, they're going with a interesting. They're going to go with the Vel'Koz. Now, this could be a mid Vel'Koz. It could also be a support Vel'Koz. I have seen support Vel'Koz before. It's rare, but it's not that rare. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually a support Vel'Koz. So now we'll see how Marietta decides to counter that. Maybe looks like they're going to go with the Echo. Interesting flex pick because Echo's one of those that could be top, it could be mid, it could be jungle. So a very interesting flex pick there by Marietta. Now we'll see what Marietta decides to ban. So they're highlighting the Swain. Interesting. And then Mount Vernon's going to ban the Mordekaiser. So it looks like they're probably going to try to focus on counter picks in the top lane. And interesting. Got kicked from the lobby. Oh, I think might be dropping some frames here, having some connection issues. Meanwhile, sorry, this is something new on the lobby, but we see banned and Kled and Kaiser being banned as well. So it looks like Maria's going to go with Talia. Very interesting because once again, Talia could be top jungle or mid as well. So really starting to pull out the mind games from Marietta's side because hard to tell where Echo's going to go, where Talia's going to go. Okay, and it looks like they're going to go with the Nautilus. So that is going to be a support Nautilus, I think. I really would be shocked if that's a mid Nautilus. We haven't seen that since last semester. So that is going to be a Vel'Koz mid. And now Mount Vernon still needs to pick their AD carry. And that's not going to be an AD Vel'Koz. That is definitely not going to be an AD Vel'Koz. Okay, there we go. So Jhin Nautilus in the bot lane. So now Marietta can decide, okay, which champion do they want to have go up against Vel'Koz in the mid? They can choose the Echo, the Talia, all sorts of stuff here. And even then, we still don't necessarily know what is being picked. And it looks like Cressman's going to go with Darius in the top lane up against Ornn. That should be a pretty good matchup. All right, so there is the setup. So I think we had to recreate the lobby because what was happening earlier, I think the lobby timed out. So hopefully it'll be created soon. So once we get that, we'll get in here and we'll get underway with the game. Meantime, we'll wait for we'll just wait for things to set up and we'll leave champion select on here so you guys can see what's going to be played in this game. Yeah, still waiting here. I think. Yep, still waiting for the lobby. Anytime now. Anytime. I think Mount Vernon is technically set up the lobby because they are the home team this time. That's why they got to choose the side. All right, so while we're waiting, let's take a look at this comp a little bit. Yeah, Nautilus I think is going to be a big factor in this game. Just the fact of the hooks that he's got can definitely set up plays. Some of the depth charge with Ornn's ult. That could be quite the combination. And with Marietta's comp, I think that's an Echo jungle and a Talia mid. That makes the most sense. But you never know. I've seen Talia jungle as well. I know Brimstone has played Echo pretty well too. So this could go either way. I'm still waiting for the lobby to invite me. And it looks like everyone else on Marietta's side is waiting too. So as soon as we have it, we'll get it to you. So appreciate everyone's patience while we are waiting to get things set up here. And now, okay, I had a couple people from Marietta disconnect. Hope we're not running into an internet issue. Because I did notice that my rate spiked for a little bit earlier, but okay, so it looks like, or maybe Nox was trying to reset something on Discord, it looks like. Oh, while we are waiting, I do have one other announcement I forgot to mention that I keep forgetting because they kind of do it on their own. But we do have our PUBG team. Actually, hold on, wait, I got a message. Okay, so there's some issues with getting the lobby created. So at least now we know what's going on. So appreciate everyone's patience as we are waiting. So I don't know if maybe the client bugged out or something, because actually I didn't think the lobby was created too far in advance, but maybe it was. I think we're just trying to get the lobby set up here. But anyway, while we are waiting, we do have our PUBG team, and this week they've also been competing in collegiate PUBG. So this past Sunday, they played in the first round in 4 games. Like the first and like last game wasn't as great. However, they got a chicken dinner in game 3. So that was very impressive. I'm very happy for them. And they do play tonight, actually. So here's what I'm going to say, because that starts in almost a half hour. That's at 9 o'clock. And we definitely want to have you guys watch our League of Legends match. So what you need to do is open up 2 browsers, and you can have our League of Legends match on one, and then the PUBG match in the other. So you would have to go to twitch.tv/collegiate PUBG. Something went wrong. Okay, I'm getting a bunch of messages. All right, so there's a client issue, so I'm gonna have to restart the client. Yeah, client's really is acting up today of all the days to have the client act up. Okay, client is loading. There we go. Okay. So we got that set up. All right, so let me get the audio going here, because you already know what champions are going to be selected. There we go. So let's do. Okay, Mary's gonna be in red side. Wait, that's the wrong button on. I'm having my own technical difficulties here. Let's try. Oh, that is not the right button.
I won't be denied.
And for some reason it's not transitioning over. So let's try this.
Defy my will.
There we go. Okay. Finally, after enough client issues and button pressing and debugging and all that, we are finally getting into our game.
Dog person, huh? Right.
All right, so the big question is, where will Echo go and where will Talia go? Wait, I was about to say that it's not Soraka. It's supposed to be Orn. What are they doing? Okay. So this should be Darius. Unless Mary's doing something really weird. Okay, so who's the jungler? It is Echo! Okay. So Echo jungle and Talia mid. I mean, that's not surprising, but Echo is a really good jungler. It's kind of a little bit like Olaf in that if you get Echo fed, you could do some really insane burst damage. And actually it makes, but... Oh wait, that's the order. Never mind. Okay. They're just doing the orders. Like I say, wait a minute. Brimstone's gonna play. I mean, Brimstone has played AD carry, so it's like, oh, he's playing Sam the bot lane instead of Larson. Okay, I guess we're doing that now. But no, they're just going with the order that they selected. The at least I think. Actually, no. Wait. Timeout. Why? Well, they picked Senna, then Leona next. So why? Wait. I'm now trying to... Mat.exe has stopped working. Are they doing a Senna mid and Talia ADC? Am I seeing this right? They're not swapping. I mean, Larson has played mid and Brimstone has played ADC, but you would think they would change the summoners. I think we're going to see a Senna mid. Yeah, Mat.exe has stopped working. I don't know what to think at this point. 10 seconds. Are they swapping? I mean, once again, I mean, it's a possibility that Larson will go mid and Brimstone goes ADC. They can do that. So now we're going to have to wait 3 minutes to find out exactly what's going on with this composition. I mean, seriously, what's going on here? All right, well, we're going to wait a little bit. So yeah, just as a reminder, I was talking about earlier while we were getting Champ Select underway, our PUBG will be playing at around 9 o'clock Eastern Time, and that will be... Now, I don't remember if they're going to be airing their lobby or if it's going to be the other lobby. And in fact, I'm going to double check the Discord to see if what they're doing here, since we got a minute. So, game chat. Trying to see what's going on here, who's airing what. Schedule. Okay. Yeah, I'm not so sure. Maybe if I double check their Twitter, trying to figure out if it's lobby A or lobby B. I don't see any announcements from them yet. But anyway, oh wait. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock. It doesn't say which lobby, but you can go to twitch.tv/collegiatepubg to check that out. So, since we have our match going on here as well, just have two browsers open up, one to watch this match, and then you have the other one to watch our PUBG match at the same time. I'm sure I can try to work something out where I show both here simultaneously, but I did that once. Like, I did that over, was it a year ago? It was about a year ago around this time, where I tried to commentate a League of Legends and Rocket League match at the same time, and it was a complete disaster. So no, I'm not doing that again. No, not doing that again. But do cheer on our PUBG team. They've been trying really hard. Last semester, they were just one placement away from actually going to the playoffs. So I don't know if they would have been able to go to DreamHack if they had it or not, but they're going to be trying really hard this time around. So anyway, we almost have the lobby here set up. So I'm just going to throw out the reminders again. So tomorrow will be Rainbow Six at 8:30. Saturday is going to be League of Legends against Rose Homa and Institute of Technology for our versus Cancer match. So once again, please come back to join us for that. If you're able to help support this cause, we greatly appreciate it. We have already raised over $300 because of your support. And we're going to try to make one final push tomorrow to see if we can do even better. So every dollar matters. So in fact, the way it's set up is half the proceeds will go towards the research itself. The other half the proceeds will go towards Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. So not only would your dollars be helping towards the research, but we can improve the quality of life of children who are already being affected by a variety of ailments. All right, so let me get everything here set up for the lobby. And let's see if this button does what I think it will do. There we go. Game 1, Marietta College versus Mount Vernon Nazarene University. So I think we're seeing it, folks.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I think we're seeing a Senna mid and Talia Leona bot lane.
30 seconds.
It looks like Mount Vernon is kind of retreating. They were looking to see if Marietta would be invading, and there is no invading. But maybe Mount Vernon's just kind of seeing if there is going to be something to be ready to pounce, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. But from this, we can tell that Mount Vernon will be starting with their red buff for their jungler.
Minions have spawned.
Still, we are seeing a Senna mid with Talia in the bot lane. Like this can go either really well or really bad. And it looks like Nox will be starting with his blue buff. But yeah, so now, like earlier, I was talking about the big matchup was going to be like the contribution from Nautilus on Mount Vernon's side, but now it's going to be this Vel'Koz Senna in the mid lane. That is the matchup that we really need to be watching here. But the thing with the Talia, I will say that Larson does very well with it. Last year when he was jungling, he would play Talia a lot for the jungler, and he would have like an insane number of kills. So if he uses that in the bot lane and gets very far ahead with Talia, that could be very interesting. So right now we're almost 3 minutes in the game. Still very early for anything. We're not going to see any jungle ganks just yet. CS is pretty even at this point. Actually, while we are waiting, I forgot. I'm gonna take care of something real quick here while things are going on. It's still very early in the game. Just gonna make a couple of notes here. Trying to do a bunch of things at once. I apologize. All right. Meanwhile, we do see a skirmish going on the bot lane, and Jin's actually very low, and of course the game locks up just a little bit. And Leona will flash, and the first blood does go to Larson. So a great setup there, just poking down Jin. Jin did flash away, pop his heal, but Leona actually both Larson and Cowboy flashed, and also Ignite went out to finish it off the Jin, and it worked in their favor. And actually, Marietta's going to start up the dragon, it looks like. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought they were going to start up the dragon. I was like, oh, that'd be interesting. But no, they're just getting some vision set up. Mount Vernon's already pinging out wards. We even see Echo kind of going around, trying to steal a bit of the jungle camp, trying to get some vision. And so far in that mid lane matchup, we see Brimstone. Oh, we see a little fight here going on between the junglers. Actually, we see some flashes being burnt. I think, yeah, Nox gets a little green there and gets punished. Vel'Koz was able to go down and help, and now they're going to try to push up a little bit in the mid lane, and that's going to give Mount Vernon a chance to try to reclaim some vision presence. In fact, they may be looking to start up the Infernal Drake, and Marietta's aware of this, and I think they're going to end up conceding it. So that invade in Mount Vernon's jungle actually... Oh, we do see a nice play there by Larson, and actually gets Jin down, and they're going to be chasing after Olaf. And they know the Vel'Koz is coming, but Olaf is going to go down the double kill. So while Mount Vernon was able to punish Marietta's greed earlier and get the Infernal Dragon, they were able to get the 2 kills, and we see Cressman getting a solo kill in the top lane. And I think he uses a slam dunk there to take care of that. So right now we're about 6.5 minutes in, and Marietta's by up just shy of 2,000 gold. And we're seeing Nal's getting poked down, and there's another kill for Larson. That Talia is quite, it's pretty, it's something. We'll leave it at that. Like I was saying earlier, when he was playing Talia last year as a jungler, he can really get a lot of kills on that Talia, and we're seeing why. And we're seeing that engage go on. The Sentinel comes out. A great play there by Brimstone to help with setting up that gank. Well, it's not a gank, but more of a dive. But that was just well coordinated by Larson and Brimstone there, giving Cowboy the shield and the heal to take the tower hits while Larson got the kill. I love it. We're seeing a little bit of trade-off going in here in top lane. And Cressman, he does not have any vision. Here comes Olaf. He needs to get away. He gets hit by the axe. And he is going... Oh, is he going to try to run away? He's going to try to run away. And there he goes. I mean, that's just pushing up and not having the vision. We see Vel'Koz popping his ult and getting Brimstone down, but Echo is right there. Probably not going to be able to finish him off. So Vel'Koz was able to get a solo kill onto Brimstone Senna. So that may even up the gold actually between Senna and Vel'Koz, because Brimstone was ahead on CS and getting that assist. You know, actually, if we check, yeah, now Vel'Koz is slightly ahead in gold, especially now that he has a chance to kind of free farm. Meanwhile, it's just things have kind of settled down a little bit. We do see Nox going after the Rift Herald. There is no vision down for Mount Vernon, so I don't think they're aware of it. In fact, they're pinging that bush in the bottom lane, so they think that Echo's actually down there looking for a gank attempt, so they don't even know that Rift Herald is happening. We do see Olaf face checking, but Marietta is aware of it. Cowboy does put the control ward down, and Olaf will just say, no, you're not going to have that vision. Yeah, we do see some roaming going on here in the mid lane. So, yeah, we do see them trying to get try to catch Brimstone, but he will get away. Meanwhile, Cowboy's just kind of sitting in the brush here waiting for something, but Olaf is coming back down, and I don't think Marietta is going to see. Well, actually, they had the ward, so they did know that he's coming, so they are going to try to retreat, and they will get away. So we're now over 10 minutes in the game. Marietta is up by just a little, about 2,700 gold. And we are seeing a gank attempt onto the lane, and a great ult there by Brimstone to give the shield. So Ornn is very low, and so is Brimstone. And Vel'Koz does get the kill on Brimstone, but Nox and Cressman were able to get the kill on Olaf thanks to Brimstone's ult. They used the Rift Herald to get the tower down, and they might be able to get this first tower. They do have some minions. Meanwhile, because Nox is up in the top lane, Mount Vernon is going to go for this Cloud Drake. And Marietta does secure the first dragon. Meanwhile, Marietta is trying to contest the Cloud Drake, or at least try to push them away. And Teleport is coming in. Cressman's looking for a fight. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That's not Cressman. That's Brimstone. The Leona comes in, and Jin had to flash away from that. Curtain Call comes out, so Leona's going to be blocking Brimstone. So ults are being used left and right. No kills, and Mount Vernon will start up the dragon again. But the rest of Marietta is starting to fall into place, but it seems like the dragon's already pretty low in health, and the Talia ult is, or at least the wall's coming out. And Mount Vernon does secure the dragon, and we do get into a team fight. Everyone's just kind of spread all over the place. A lot of Mount Vernon's getting poked down. Vel'Koz goes down, and so does Nautilus. So that's 2 down for Mount Vernon. Cressman getting the double kill. And they're going to be chasing down the rest of Mount Vernon. And we see Cowboy getting engaged onto Ornn. So Larson gets the kill there. And Olaf actually has to pop his ult to get away. But he's already less than half health. And everyone from Marietta is there, so they're going to go straight for the tower here. I was about to say they're going to do a 5-man dive, but Mount Vernon will retreat. So this should be another tower for Marietta. It's just taking its time, folks. Just hold on. Any second now. Any second. Just waiting. Okay, there we go. Now they got the turret. And we'll back away. But yeah, so Mount Vernon was able to get the Drake, but Marietta was able to get 3 kills. So now the goal lead is widened to almost, is this right? Almost 7,000 gold in favor of Marietta. We have a 602 Talia, already a completed item. This could be really scary. Actually, no, it's not good. It is scary.
Turret plating will soon fall.
But that also means, and this was the issue that Marietta had last year when Larson was jungling with Talia. With Talia having that many kills, he's got the most gold. If he ends up going down, the rest of Marietta will not necessarily win their team fight. We do see a possible engage going on in the mid lane, but Vel'Koz does back out as turret plates will fall in one. There goes the turret plate. So right now we don't see too much else going on just yet. We see, actually, never mind. The Vel'Koz ult comes out and Brimstone's having to back away. He will survive this time. But meanwhile, Mount Vernon will continue to try to poke down Marietta and just clear vision, reestablish vision. Curtain call comes out, and they're going to try to get the shutdown to Larson, and they will succeed. Senna tries to get the ult out, but does not happen in time. So Ornn will get the shutdown gold for that. So meanwhile, Mount Vernon will try to push a little bit in this the mid lane, trying to poke down Brimstone and Cowboy. But Nox was trying to look for a possible engage and will not get it. We do see caution pings coming out. So let's look like the strategy will be that now that the bot tower has gone down, that Larson and Cowboy will rotate to the mid lane while Cressman will head down towards the bot lane. So all the rest of the Marietta is just kind of hanging around. They may be trying to eye the Rift Herald. It is up. And then they will at least go ahead and take the Scuttle Crab to get that extra vision. But yeah, we do see Echo starting up the Rift Herald, and the rest of Marietta, except for Cressman, is following suit. If the team fight does break out, Cressman does have his teleport ready. But Marietta has so much vision around there that there's no way that Mount Vernon's going to be able to contest this. And this is probably what they'll use the Rift Herald to actually push in the mid lane. And we're seeing that Cressman might be in trouble. Ocean Drake is in 20 seconds, so Mount Vernon is trying to secure this dragon. And with that one hook that actually forced Olaf to pop his ult. So Marius is going to pop Rift Herald and work on this mid tower. The Rift Herald should finish it off, and there it goes. Ocean Drake is up, but Mount Vernon is having to contest the Rift Herald a little bit. But Marietta is starting to head towards the dragon. Larson's already getting poked down a little bit, though. He's going to have to be careful to make sure that he does not get pounced on by Mount Vernon. And Marietta will start up the Ocean Drake. The Ornn ult will come in, trying to catch anyone, and it does catch for 2 for Marietta. And Nox goes down for Marietta. Senna ult comes out, and Cowboy goes down. It's a 2-for-1 and Mount Vernon actually secures the Ocean Drake. Marietta didn't finish it off, and that's 3 down for Marietta. It seemed like Marietta was diverting their attention about whether they should focus on Drake or whether they should focus on kills, and they were not on the same page, and Mount Vernon was able to punish Marietta, getting several shutdowns and the Ocean Drake. And they're probably going to try to get this tower as well. I mean, Marietta still has a really substantial gold lead. We're talking about well, just shy of 5,000, but they can't afford to play like that if they want to win this game. And we're seeing the echo bubble coming out, and Mount Vernon is having to back away. So right now, Marietta is ahead on towers. They do have 3 towers down compared to Mount Vernon not having anything down. But they did get the mid tower at least pretty low. So that's probably going to be what they're going to focus on next. Meanwhile, we see Orn and Cressman heading up towards the top lane and kind of skirmishing between each other. Like, Orn just having to back away, having to respect Cressman's Darius. I mean, he is 4-2-2 versus Orn's 2-4-2. We may see a little bit of contention going on in the bot lane. We see Senna and Leona kind of down there. But just seems like things have stalled a little bit. It's not clear exactly what the next objective is, what lane's going to be pushed. Everyone's just kind of farming their jungles, farming their lanes, and not a whole lot of follow-up. And we see a potential skirmish there with Leona, but the axe doesn't connect, so they will not follow through on it. Right now, actually, while we're let's just take a look at some of the gold differences. So we see the big difference here is with Larson already over 8,000 gold. But when we look up at matches, actually even Cressman's actually farther ahead in gold than Larson, actually. Up by just about 100 gold. And we see in like the mid lane, it's pretty even, well, about a 300 gold difference between Senna and Vel'Koz. And in jungler, we do see Nox is ahead versus Olaf. So we see that most of the players do have gold advantages over Mount Vernon, but they are still going to be cautious here, making sure that they don't get poked down. Or we may see an engage going on. Cressman's trying to get onto Nautilus, and we see Marietta going straight onto it, and Larson does get the kill on Nautilus, and actually 2 down for Mount Vernon. And that might give Marietta what they need to... are they going to go for the Baron? Yeah, they're going to start the Baron. I mean, it's an interesting choice. The jungler for Mount Vernon is still up, but they may be looking to possibly bait them out. And they're going to pounce right onto Mount Vernon. And we do see, well, actually Nox goes down, but so does Olaf. So right now it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Marietta. And they're going to try to chase down Jin. So they said, forget the Baron. Let's just go ahead and take Jin down. And that is an unofficial ace. And Marietta will use that to kind of reset. But yeah, that was a good call there to stop on the Baron. And that time Marietta was on the same page as far as engaging onto the fight. They had the numbers advantage. It was a 5v3. So it would be kind of foolish if they continued on the Baron while Mount Vernon was poking at him. So great job there, making sure everyone was on the right page. So that does widen the gold lead again. So now Marietta's up by about 7,400 gold 22 minutes into the game, which is a pretty big lead here. Ocean Drake is up in 10 seconds. We see Mount Vernon starting to head over there. Marietta's already collapsed onto Nautilus. The teleport goes down, and Nautilus is dead, and so is Olaf. Vel'Koz will pop the ult. Leona will react with the stun. So with 2 down from Mount Vernon, this may be the first dragon for Marietta in this game. Despite everything that Marietta is doing well with, they had yet to secure a dragon until now. And we see the Ornn ult coming out, but not having a whole lot of effect. Leona is jumping in, trying to get onto Ornn, and he's going to have to dash away. But Marietta is going to continue their pursuit, and they're going to go straight onto Jin, say, forget Ornn, we want Jin. But Marietta will fall back. They try to chase down and not able to get any more kills. And is Marietta gonna go for the Baron again? No. No, they're gonna at least get the vision cleared out. At least get the vision cleared out, but you should not be starting at the Baron at this point. Although it just seems like Marietta hasn't decided what they're going to do. So the two are backing out. They're going to try to buy. Marietta's up by now around 8,000 gold. So then the challenge is going to be, all right, you're up by 8,000 gold. What do you do? The game's already 23 and a half minutes. So they now need to use this to start pushing more objectives. They only have 3 towers down, so they should be able to get a lot more with this lead. I mean, if you look at Larson, 10, 1, and 6, he's already got his Rabadon's death cap up. So he's got 2 completed items. That is extremely scary, Talia. So at this point, it just seems like Marietta is stalling. They should be able to do something with this. And actually, we're seeing them starting to do something. They're chasing the Olaf. Which is funny, because usually Olaf is the one that gets chased. Or actually, I'm sorry, he's the one that's chasing, but Marietta will continue the pursuits. He's having to pop his ult and flash away, and he will get away. And the rest of Mount Vernon is trying to collapse, and nothing really happens other than getting the ults from Olaf, and he has to respect the Darius and Talia. And now we're seeing the engage going on to Orn here, and he's having to back away. Are they going to start the Baron again? Yep, they're going to start the Baron again. Alright, so they may be trying to bait out Mount Vernon like last time. I mean, Marietta is getting very low here, but they may be looking for a catch. The Talia wall actually comes out to split up Mount Vernon. The curtain call will come out, and actually Jin gets stunned, and Larson was able to finish him off and actually gets 2 kills. So that's a double kill for Larson. They're going to work on trying to get Orn down extremely low in health. The slam dunk comes in to get the killing blow. Nahus is going to try to escape, but he's going to get dunked by Larson. So right now it's 4 for 0, and all that's left is Vel'Koz, and he's going to have to run away. Now they can start the Baron. Yeah, with the depth timers, now they should be able to get it, but 3 times the charm, right? And Marietta gets the Baron. They're going to back up and buy. We're at 26 minutes into the game, and Marietta is up by over 11,000 gold. That is a substantial lead with a 12, 1, and 8 Talia from the bot lane and a Senna mid. So we were saying earlier, this can go either really well or really poorly. I think it's going really well. That's just my guess, but who do I know? I'm a filthy casual at this game. Alright, we do see Ocean Drake's going to be up in 40 seconds, so that might be what Marietta goes for next, but they have the Baron buff, so they should be able to use this just to start putting pressure on the minions. You see Cressman in the bottom lane, trying to push towards it. Marietta's looking to catch Olaf, and bro, he's going to have to pop his Ragnarok to get away. But he's already under half health. And Larson actually had to burn his flash to get away from Orn. So it's very interesting that he had to react to that. So that just shows the respect that he still has for Mount Vernon. But Marietta will be starting to set up for the Ocean Drake. It is going to be up in 5 seconds. But meanwhile, Mount Vernon is there, ready to contest. Meanwhile, Mount Vernon will clear its vision. The Talia wall comes out, and that will block Mount Vernon from doing much. But they are able to secure the dragon. The Orn all comes out, and it only catches Echo. but he's going to try to get away. The Leona all comes out and a double knock up there, and 2 for down or for Mount Vernon, and the third is going to be on the way with Orn getting extremely low. We're going to see that slam dunk come in, doesn't quite get the killing blow, but still is able to finish him off with the bleed ticks afterwards. So that is a 3 for 0 with an Ocean Drake. So with this and the Baron buff, Marietta should be able to get some objectives. They should be able to push this tower. But we're seeing Leona's game poked down quite a bit, so he's going to have to back away a little bit and try to heal up. So the tower does go down. And now Marietta will rotate over to the, looks like the top side of the map. Or at least clear out the jungle. But once again, we're not seeing a whole lot here. I mean, at this point, we're 29 minutes in, and Marietta should be able to capitalize this lead. We're talking about almost, actually a little over 12.5k gold. Now, to be fair, most of that gold is on Larson and Cressman. But still, they should be able to be pushing more lanes with what they've got. And I feel like they didn't get a whole lot with the Baron buff, but maybe that's just me. But Cressman will continue to split push. His teleport is up if he is needed for a fight. But most of Mount Vernon is in the mid lane trying to prevent Marietta from pushing. You see Echo and Talia heading towards the top lane to start pushing there. So we now may be looking at at least a somewhat even split among the lanes. Actually, Mount Vernon is starting to push up a little bit. So they may be securing their first tower of the game here 30 minutes into the game. And they will get that tower. But meanwhile, most of Marietta is going to trade with taking the bot inner tower and maybe looking to contest. Well, actually, they're going to start backing away because Mount Vernon is looking for a potential flank. You know, Brimstone is going to start poking down Nahus, and he's already at half health. Olaf is going to try to intercept, and Brimstone will run away. But Darius over here is working on the inhibitor tower. So it looks like Marietta is starting to attack from all sides and trying to put a little bit of pressure. And as Mount Vernon tries to respond and they back away, Marietta can start pushing it along another angle. So we're finally starting to see the push, and we may see an engage onto Leona and gets the knock up. The Ornn ult will come out to try to catch her and will do so. And we are seeing the Leona ult come down, so Leona does go down, but Ragnarok is being popped by Olaf, but he still goes down as well. And a great ult there by Echo to get away. He was extremely low and was able to pretty much pop out of there. And now here comes Talia trying to get some damage onto Mount Vernon, although Nox does end up falling, so it is a 1-for-2 in Mount Vernon's favor. So that was a good defense there by Mount Vernon. The Talia wall comes out, and I'm not so sure why you do that unless maybe it's trying to look to catch someone out and finish them off, but it didn't seem like a good use of the ult there. Alright, so next Ocean Drake's going to be up in 35 seconds. And we do see Marietta starting to set up the vision down there. So we're probably going to see another team fight there soon. So at this point, Marietta is ahead by almost 14,000 gold. And we're not seeing that lead being capitalized as much. So it's looking like people are just kind of hiding in the brushes. They know that Olaf is there. They know that Mount Vernon is there. Ocean Drake is coming up. And we're starting to see the Ocean Drake getting started up. Because they do pull it out. And they do secure it. The Ornn ult comes out, does not connect with anyone. And Vel'Koz pops his ult, nothing catches. And the Leona ult catches 3. Senna ult comes out with the shields. And people are taking damage left and right, but it seems like it's all over the place. Ornn's the first one to fall for Mount Vernon. Flash is going on. Darius is going to try to get his slam dunk somewhere. And Marietta is just trying to poke out Mount Vernon as much as possible. And they get 1 kill, and that will force Mount Vernon to retreat. So we'll see if Marietta tries to continue the chase. Baron is up. It'd be really interesting if they decide to start up the Baron, and that looks like it's exactly what they're going to do. They do have 3 Ocean Drake buffs, so they were able to get some of their health back. And most of Mount Vernon's having to retreat, so they're going to have to concede this Baron. I know what this is. Okay, I know why it's taken them this long to close out the game. So remember that versus Cancer event on Saturday. I'll be giving $5 for every kill and objective for that game. I'm not doing it for this game, guys. Maybe they're practicing for Saturday. I don't know. But okay, 34.5 minutes into this game. Marietta's got 3 Ocean Drakes, Baron buff, and they're up by about 15,000 gold. So let's see if they're able to use the Baron buff to push the minion waves and start clearing out. To be fair, Mount Vernon does have some good wave clear, so it is a little bit difficult for them to push. So we will give them credit for that. Meanwhile, Cressman is trying to split push in the bottom lane using Baron empowered minions. They are pinging out the Olaf. They're anticipating a possible flank, and they may actually try to flank him. And I just missed the kill there by Larson. So Larson's already got Nautilus down. So now they will continue their siege. Meanwhile, Cressman is working on the... oh, there you go. And actually, the Talia wall comes out, and that's going to isolate a little bit. And actually, Jin gets the kill onto Larson. So that takes out most of the gold, and we do see the fight. So Mount Vernon is trying to look for an engage, but Olaf for Mount Vernon goes down, so it is a 2-for-1 in favor of Marietta. But that may halt Marietta's siege a little bit since they were able to get the shutdown onto Larson. So it looks like Marietta will rotate a little bit. And at least clear out some vision. But they haven't been able to get an inhibitor down yet. They really need to try to get that inhibitor. 2 of the inhibitor towers are down, so the mid and bot inhibitors are exposed. So if they're able to get those inhibitors taken care of, that will give them a huge advantage when trying to push and finish this game. Because we're already close to 37 minutes, and it's been a really long game. We see Ocean Drake's going to come up again in about 45 seconds, and Marietta is starting to converge down there. So we may be seeing another skirmish down there. This would be Marietta's 4th Ocean Drake if they're able to get it. Although we see the pings coming out. So I think we're going to see another fight here. And Leona actually gets stunned for a little bit, but with the health regen from the Ocean Drakes, it's not going to be a whole lot. We're seeing an Ornn ult, and nothing really connects there, so that was a wasted engage. And this is going to be Marietta's green light to go win themselves. although damage is all over the place. Nox is having to use his ult to escape. The Senate ult comes out, but Darius is able to get Olaf down. Another slam dunk, so that's a double kill by Cressman. Senna gets the kill onto Nautilus, so that's 3 down. So now they're going to go straight onto Ornn. Triple kill by Darius. So all that's left is Vel'Koz, and he's down. That's an ace. And that should give Marietta the game with all the death timers. So they got the inhibitor. Here's the first Nexus Tower. And the death timer, Olaf won't be up for another 10 seconds. So this should be game 1 for Marietta College. And there you have it, folks. Marietta will take game 1 of this best of 3. And it only took them about 38.5 minutes to do so. Oh my goodness. We have it, and I forgot that I adjusted some things for the last game here. So hold on. I know it says waiting for game lobby, and technically we are waiting for a game lobby. But I was doing some stuff for the Fortnite match. So where is that? Score dash. Get rid of that. There we go. That's better. All right. So let me get into game 2. All right. So we're going to get things set up for the next game. What? Oh no, why is the score dash? Hold on, something's not right. Oh yeah, that's right. I adjusted a couple things here. So hold on. While we're waiting for game lobby, let me get this score thing here adjusted because it's not exactly the way I originally intended it. So okay, so that's the font. So let's adjust this, put this back to here. There we go. That's much better. Back to normal. All right. All right. Yeah. So we're just right now waiting for the next lobby to get set up. And they haven't invited me to anything yet. All right, so all right, so just waiting for things to get set up here. So not so sure what the delay is. So tell you what, we're gonna take a small break here as we are waiting for things to get set up in the lobby. It may be a very short break, but as soon as we get things going, we'll get back. So Marietta has taken game 1. Don't go away. We'll be back in a few minutes. All right, I did say that it might be a short break there, but we are getting the lobby set up for game 2. Looks like Marietta will be taking blue side this time, and Mount Vernon will be on the red side. It'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments are made by both sides. I mean, wouldn't be surprised if Mount Vernon decided to ban Talia, but you never know. So as soon as we get the links for the pro draft, I think we're still waiting for everyone from Mount Vernon to join. Yeah, so we're just trying to get the lobby set up here. So it'll just be another minute or so while we are waiting for that. Okay, we're just getting the links right now for pro draft. Okay, I'm getting the spectate link. So we'll go ahead and get that up. There we go. Actually, see if this looks any better if I did this. Okay, yeah, that looks a little bit better. Actually, it really doesn't matter if it's a little bit wider. I'm gonna have it up in the smaller window anyway, just so I can see some others that's going on in Discord. And it's looking like it appears that Marietta is not playing in the PUBG match. Maybe they have one of their players missing, but I don't see them in the Discord chat for Collegiate PUBG, so that is unfortunate. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't look like that they had everyone to play. So that is unfortunate. So we're getting the ready checks in for bans and picks. Marietta is ready, so we're just waiting for Mount Vernon to say they're ready. Okay, so it looks like they just need a few minutes, which is fine. Yeah, so we'll just give it a few minutes as we are waiting for the champs selection to begin. So first of all, while we're waiting, thank you so much for watching, everyone who is still here with us. You're watching Marietta College Esports, Marietta College versus Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Marietta has taken game 1, so if Marietta takes this next game, then they will win the series. Otherwise, we will go to a game 3. Thank you all who have followed us on our Twitch channel. I saw in the last game that we received, it's like 500 bits. So thank you for that support. I mean, your support does come a long way. It really does help us out. We've been able to help further advance our program because of your support. The fact that you are watching our channels and following us allowed us to become an affiliate. the Twitch subscriptions have helped us with being able to purchase the Nintendo Switch console. And because of that, we are now able to start a Smash Brothers team. I know the campus is really excited. I was talking to a student earlier, and he was saying, I heard rumors that we're starting up a Super Smash team. And I was able to tell him, it's not a rumor. We have it. We are practicing. So yes, we do have our Super Smash Brothers team up and going. So we're really excited about that. So there are a lot of possibilities. And here we go. The band pick phase has started up. So let's see what Marietta decides to ban out. And they're going with the Vel'Koz. They did not like it. No, who wants to go up against Vel'Koz? No one wants to go up against Vel'Koz. That involves geometry. Who's good enough in geometry to dodge Vel'Koz? I don't know. We see the Recon being banned again. So let's see what Mary decides to ban next. And we're seeing Sejuani being banned by Marietta, Jarvan banned again, Seth being banned. So the only adjustment that Marietta made was they don't want the Vel'Koz. And I should have kept my other champ select so I can see what was banned instead. And there's the Taliyah ban. I would expect that from Mount Vernon because they're like, yeah, we don't want to go up against that. So that gives Marietta some options for what they want to prio pick. So, I mean, they could go with Mordekaiser because that's still up. I think he might have gotten some nerfs, but still could be pretty good. But no, they're gonna go with Syndra instead. And I do remember the Caitlyn was banned last time, so they're gonna go with Caitlyn Ornn in the. Well, I was about to say Caitlyn Ornn for bot lane, but I don't think it's gonna be an Ornn support. But Caitlyn for the bot lane, and Marietta will follow that up with a Shen. So interesting, like Shen into Ornn should be fine, but that could be a support Shen as well. But that Syndra pick is still very interesting to blind pick that. All right, we see the Leona's pick, so that's definitely a Shen top lane. And we're seeing the Lux being picked, and I believe that's a mid Lux. I mean, that probably is. I mean, it could be a support Lux, but I guess we'll have to see. Maybe Mount Vernon's starting to play the mind games a little bit. And Mount Vernon will ban the Senna. They don't want Brimstone playing that. So they don't want to see Senna in the ADC. Marietta will ban the Olaf. They don't want to go up against that. And then, let's see what Mount Vernon's last ban will be. It looks like the Lucian. So they're trying to focus on Larson to make sure that they try to limit his champion pool. Now we'll see what Marietta's last ban will be. It looks like they're really trying to ban out the jungle. I mean, four top junglers have been banned. Like all four, Sejuani, Olaf, Zac, and Jarvan are very popular. So now you have to start looking at maybe like a Rek'Sai possibly, or a Trundle. It's not unheard of. Just haven't really seen it for quite a few years now, actually. But okay. So now Marietta's going to have to reveal their hand. So it looks like they're going to go with the Echo Jungle again. That worked pretty well last time. So now the question is, what will Marietta pick for the bot lane? Unless I could be another Syndra in the bot lane. We'll see. Does Marietta go with something more traditional, or are they going to try something very crafty? Wait. Okay. Here we go again, folks. So we thought that was an Echo jungle, but no, it's Rek'Sai's jungle. So where is Echo and Syndra going? So could Larson play Echo in the bot lane, or is it going to be Syndra and we see the Darius in the top lane going up? Wait. Is that an orange support? Or is that a Darius mid? Like, my head hurts. Everyone's ready. Let's just see how this goes. Just waiting for them to actually start up the official champion select, and then we'll finally figure out where everyone's going. Because oh my goodness, I'm trying to piece this together. So what do we got here? I think they probably picked Syndra as a flex for bot or mid. Larson can play it. Brimstone can play it, so that's why they flexed it. But here's the thing that's going to be a challenge. Marietta doesn't really have any AD champion, so if Mount Vernon goes with a lot of magic resist, it's going to be a little tricky for them.
Never pick a fight you can't win.
And then I'm trying to figure out Mount Vernon's roster. So is that a support? Well, actually, no, it could be a support Trundle.
Grounded.
I didn't think about that. But then where does the Ornn, Jungle Ornn maybe? Could be Jungle Ornn. Okay, Darius, top lane. All right. So, is it going to be a Jungle Ornn or a Jungle Trundle? Jungle Trundle. So, okay, Rek'Sai, good. Now, what is Brimstone going to play? Is he going to play Syndra or Echo? He's going to play the Echo. Okay, so we're getting Syndra in the bot lane. What? And we're seeing a mid Ornn. Okay, so it is a Lux. So Lux is going supports.
Fine.
Not unheard of.
Enemies.
Hurt you, I promise.
Okay, I gotta take off my glasses for this. It's just like,
Well, no, I'm just
once again, Matt.exe has stopped working. Would you like to reboot? Yeah. Syndra bot lane. Ornn mid. Sure. This is one of those cases where, like, if you had a script, you would just look at it and you just kind of like throw it in the air and just say, forget it. It's not part of the script. Or maybe just rip it into shreds. I don't know. I can't figure it out anymore. What is going on? All right, so we're waiting for the loadouts. Not seeing any last second surprises. All right, so here's our roster. So now we just have to wait for the spectator delay. So while we are waiting for this, we'll go over some reminders that we were talking about before. So we do have quite a few matches coming up soon. So tomorrow, our Rainbow Six team will be playing against Purdue University. It is their B team, but it's still Purdue. That will be at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Saturday will be our League of Legends match against Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, and that will be at 4 o'clock Eastern. And that is part of our campaign to raise funds for pediatric brain cancer. So we are dedicating the entire match for this cause. So we definitely encourage you to come check it out, because we want to do our parts. We want to show that gamers can do some good in this world, and if we can try to help towards that research, help help children in Columbus with any ailments they have, and we can try to bring some smiles on their faces, make the quality of life better for them, then that'd be a mission accomplished. So I will be donating $5 for every kill, tower, dragon, rift herald, and baron at that game, not this game, but at Saturday's game. And I would ask if you would be willing to support us by donating at least $1 for every kill and objective during that match. Half the proceeds will go towards the research. The other half of the proceeds will go towards the Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus. And the thing about cancer is it does not play by the rules. It doesn't play fair. And right now there is no cheat code to beat it. But with your help, maybe we can take a step closer to finding that cheat code so that no one ever has to go through this. No one should have to go through it, especially kids. So if we can do something to help with that, let's see if we can make it happen. So if you want to donate, you can go to bit.ly/MC versus cancer. The M and the C's are capitalized. We have raised over $300 so far. And let's see if we can donate even more on Saturday. So you can also come by to see how bankrupt my team makes me. And then, of course, on Sunday, our Overwatch team will be playing against Ohio Northern University. That'll be at 7 o'clock. And then there'll be 2 more matches immediately following as part of the Test Book Collegiate Overwatch series. We're still waiting on the details of when, or not necessarily when, but who the opponents will be. So if you want to know about those updates, this would be a good time to follow us on social media. So you can go to Twitter at Marietta Esports, go to facebook.com/Marietta College Esports and follow us there. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, bit.ly/Marietta College Esports. So that way you're aware of all the matches, all the latest updates, news, announcements, all of that. So your support, once again, is greatly appreciated. All right, so we're getting the game set up. The champions are loading. So once we have it up here, we'll try to get all the UI stuff set up. So with that, here we go. Game 2, Marietta College versus Mount Vernon Nazarene University. If Marietta wins this, they will win the series. Otherwise, we will go to Game 3. So let's see what happens. Mount Vernon's looking at a 4-person invade, possibly. So Marietta is going to need to be able to spot this out and avoid a potential first blood. Actually, they're just kind of hanging around in the pixel brush. Maybe looking to see if they can catch someone else. And they have a ward. Marietta does not have a ward. And they haven't seen anyone from Mount Vernon show themselves. Yeah, so they even have Darius over by their red buff to spot out any potential counter invades. That's real cute, Orn. Thank you, Orn. My ears needed that. All right, so we see traditional starts. Marietta will start with the red side, and Mount Vernon will start with the blue side. So once again, I think the big matchup will be in the bot lane. Syndra versus Caitlyn. I never thought I would say that. I still think the big factor is that Marietta is very AP heavy. Well, Shen is not, but still not necessarily going to do a ton of damage. So Marietta is going to have to keep in mind that Mount Vernon is probably going to be looking at some form of magic resist. We already see Brimstone pushing up a little bit, but he's already less than half health, and he's gonna have to flash away or something. Perhaps getting a little too aggressive. And fortunately, he does not get punished. Trundle was not in the right place, but he does get a ward down by Trundle's Raptors, so if he tries to gank from up there, at least be aware of it. Meanwhile, we see Darius pushing very hard onto Cressman, which is expected. It's going to be, especially in the early game, Darius is going to have that advantage just because he can do a lot more damage. So Cressman will have to play a bit more defensive this time around. Meanwhile, bot lane is pretty much even. And we're seeing the gank attempt onto Trundle, but we do see the counter gank by Nox. And Rek'Sai does get first blood, but Echo falls as well, so it's a 1-for-1. But Marietta will get the gold advantage for getting the kill first. And we're seeing another attempt by Nox getting a double flash here. And Larson's able to get the kill. Yeah, so both Caitlyn and Lux have the flash away from Nox, but a great knock up there so that Larson can move it and get that kill. So, well, we were saying earlier the bot lane was even? Not anymore. Seeing a little bit of trading on going on in the mid lane, so Warren's going to be a little bit ahead. He is ahead in CS because he didn't get that kill on the Brimstone. Will take a tower hit, but Brimstone's really playing aggressive, more aggressive than he used to. He's going to have to be careful. He is a little bit behind in gold. It's about, well, it's only about a 200 gold difference. Wait, Nox got execute? What? Hold on, I've never do this before. Timeout. I'm sorry, Nox. We gotta see what happened here. Actually, no, that's not it. Okay, Nox. What did you do? He just gets very low from the Raptors. Trying to run away. And he dies. Alright, we're gonna fast forward a little bit. Sorry, I had to do that. And it looks like something big happens here. So we do see Marietta is able to go for... No, actually, that's not Marietta. That's Mount Vernon. So they're going to be securing the Mountain Drake. And the Ornalt goes out, but nothing... And does end up getting a kill onto Brimstone at the same time. And looks like we're going to see a possible gank attempt here in the top lane. Darius will flash, but Nox will get the kill. Alright. Alright, we're going to fast forward a little bit since we can. Okay, Nox, you kind of redeemed yourself with the gank attempt and getting Darius down the top lane, but dying to Raptors. Come on, man. Alright, so we see a little bit of poking going on here in the bot lane. So right now, about a little over 7 minutes into the game, Marietta is up by only 400 gold actually, because the kills are pretty close, only up by 1. But Mount Vernon did secure the Mountain Drake, so it's actually pretty close right now.
Straight road. Tight toes. Back off.
Alright, we don't see a whole lot going on. We do see some pushing going on in the bot lane. So actually, let's get back over to that. If I can remember the right controls here. And actually, some pings are going on in the mid. Nox does get spotted out because of the ward. But it looks like he's maybe looking for at least getting some vision in Mount Vernon's jungle. And we'll at least get that out of it. Meanwhile, the other big factor here is the difference in CS. I mean, we do see that Ornn is still ahead in CS compared to Brimstone by about 13 CS. And even Caitlyn is slightly ahead, not by much. And we are seeing Ornn is holding his own pretty well. Does get the stun onto Ornn, but it's not going to be enough to get anything out of it. In fact, he's going to have to be still careful because he's extremely low in health. Meanwhile, we do see Trundle kind of making his way towards the bot river side. But he'll start working his way back up. And it looks like they may be trying to converge. Yeah, Mount Vernon is going to start up the Rift Herald. We do see Darius wanting to start that up. So Nox is over there, but Trundle and Ornn is starting to collapse as well. And Cressman is still having to clear his waves. Meanwhile, the Leona ult cell comes out. And Syndra will pop her ult. But it's not enough to get a kill. And a nice block there by Cowboy. But he's going to fall after that gank attempt. And we are starting to see an engage onto Mount Vernon up in the top lane. Cressman moves in and it actually gets 2 kills. So it's a 2-for-1 around the place. And Marietta will secure the Rift Herald. So good job in the top lane there, or the top river. Cressman did go down there to get the assist, and they were able to get 2 kills and that Rift Herald, so that should help with pushing. Looks like they may be trying to put that in the mid lane. Looks like this is exactly what they're going to do. Try to see if they can at least get a charge out of it. And they're able to do so, and that actually forces the teleport from Darius to go to the mid lane and contest. Meanwhile, we do see... Looks like Darius and Ornn have swapped places. Looks like maybe trying to give Darius a chance to get ahead a little bit. But we do see, looks like Cloud Drake is going to be up in 2 seconds. And Marietta is starting to converge towards it. Mount Vernon started to converge towards it. So we may be seeing a team fight soon. Shen has not popped his ult yet. And Marietta is starting to collapse onto Darius, and he gets the stun, multiple stuns, and he will end up going down. So that's another kill for Marietta, and that may give him the chance to start up the Cloud Drake. And we do see them starting that up. And I don't think Mount Vernon can contest this. So we do see that puts them up a little bit. Ooh, Infernal Drakes are going to be coming up next. So this game just got interesting because those dragons are definitely going to be contested now. But yeah, so we're 11.5 minutes into the game and Marietta's up by just a little over 1,000 gold. But that's mostly because of kills right now. Marietta is behind in CS in multiple areas, especially in the bot and mid lanes. We do see Nox maybe looking for a possible gank attempt. And the Leona gets onto Lux, and they will try to pounce onto her. And Larson will just delete her. Ace in the hole comes out, but Lux is there to protect Cowboy. We're starting to see a little bit of exchange going on here in the top lane. Sorry. That's not what I want to do. Wrong button, my apologies. So do see some more pings coming out. I think it's just Mount Vernon, their AD carry saying that they just need it back. But caution pings are coming out from Marietta. They know where Trundle is, and he is starting to invade Marietta's jungle, and they may be looking to punish. Let's see, he was trying to go for the red buff, and Marietta is able to collapse and at least push him away.
Turret plating will soon fall.
And we do see Nox in a position, maybe looking at another attempt onto Caitlyn. Gets a little bit of damage on her. Nox is going to take some turret plating, and they are able to get the kill. And looks like they're maybe trying to go on the dive onto Lux, and she's extremely low on health. But Larson's going to take too many turret hits, and he's going to have to back away. And Rek'Sai also took a lot of turret hits, so he's going to have to back away too. So they were able to secure the kill on Caitlyn. And meanwhile, Brimstone's going to try to get some damage onto Darius, but his heals are going to keep him into the fight. And in fact, Trundle's going to be looking at possibly getting a gank onto him, but he's going to try to get away. And we do see that he's able to escape. So now Marietta is up by about 1,800 or so gold at almost 15 minutes into the game. And Infernal Drake still won't be up for another minute 25, but we see some vision being cleared out. And so far, no towers have gone down just yet. We do see some pings. Mount Vernon knows that Brimstone's trying to push that tower, and they may be looking at getting flanked. And this is maybe a case where he just kind of got too close. He will pop his ult and try to escape. Ace in the hole comes out. It will connect. I mean, it's Ace in the hole, but it does not fall. And the rest of Mount Vernon are looking to collapse onto Brimstone, but Marietta is starting to move in a little bit. But four of Mount Vernon is trying to push this tower. And they do get the stun onto Trundle flashes, but he does end up falling to Nox. And meanwhile, he gets a double kill onto Lux. Yeah, so actually, wow, that just happened really fast. Like, Larson was able to get some kills. So all four of them were pushing that tower, and Marietta just was able to take them all down and get the first turret. Actually, no, I lied. Another turret went down somewhere. It looks like the first turret went down for Marietta in the top lane. Oran's going to be looking, trying to get some kind of engage to stop him. And actually gets a 3-man knock-up and ends up getting 2 shutdowns. So that is the case where Marietta may have overstayed their welcome, but they are going to try to rush down this Infernal Drake. So Nox was able to start that up so they can take and then get out before Mount Vernon is able to collapse. And they are going to see that they were able to steal the Drake while Marietta was able to push up. So actually now in hindsight, that might have been a good move by Marietta to push that tower. That gave Nox a chance to work on the Drake, because Mount Vernon would have to go up and contest that tower, leaving the Drake alone. And there's just so much going on in this game, it's just hard to keep track. And at this point, Mount Vernon's actually getting ahead on towers. They got all 3 of the Marietta's outer towers down. So despite the fact that Marietta is up by 7 kills, they're only up by just a little, like 1,200 gold. And that's just because of the CS differences and the tower differences. And if we look at every lane, pretty much everyone's ahead. Now, granted, Shen's ahead is a little bit of Darius, but not by much. And we are seeing contention for the Riptail going on in the top river. So we may be looking at a possible team fight here. So everyone does have their ults up, so it's just a matter of when people want to go. And it looks like Mount Vernon's going to get engaged themselves and get dragged onto Cowboy. And they get Shen down, so 2 are down for Marietta. And it looks like Nox is going to fall as well, so that's 3 down. Marietta was just not ready. And that's going to give Mount Vernon the Rift Herald. Ace the Hole comes out. A great block there by Brimstone, but they're going to have to keep running away. And yeah, with that, Mount Vernon now takes the lead in this game. And that's going to also give Mount Vernon pretty much complete control of the entire jungle. If you look at how heavily warded it is. We went from like several thousand gold difference in favor of Marietta to now 2,000 gold in favor of Mount Vernon. And Marietta was looking for a pick there, but Mount Vernon was able to get the stun, and they're going to get away. Or at least the blast gun comes out, and they may try to trap Lux, and she gets popped by Brimstone. So now Marietta is able to secure the mid inner tower, so that does open up the map a bit more from that. And it looks like they're going to be rotating towards the top lane. Cressman's already started onto the top tower. Teleport's going to go down by Ornn to try to contest it. But Marietta may be looking for a possible dive onto Ornn. Caution Ping does come out. So Marietta may be looking for something, but Mount Vernon's just right behind, ready to collapse onto Marietta. The Ornn ult does come out, and it does catch Rek'Sai. And Marietta is being forced to retreat. Although several ults have been used by Mount Vernon, Lux, Caitlyn, and Ornn's ult have been burned to push Marietta away, and they were not able to secure any kills. So Marietta might be able to capitalize this if they go back, reset, heal, and then try to get a quick engage. Meanwhile, Infernal Drake's going to be up in about 33 seconds, so we see that Mount Vernon will be setting up the vision for that. So we probably expect the next team fight to occur over there, and Lux's ult will be back up by then, but Ornn and Caitlyn's ult will not. So we'll have to see if that makes a difference in this fight. We do see a ward out, so Marietta knows exactly where Mount Vernon is right now. They know that there's several pinging that bush, and Leona gets the stun by Syndra and Leona. The Lux ult comes out, but Trundle is already down. Marietta's trying to work onto Darius, but Darius will get the kill into Nox. Seems like he was trying to get the kill, and most of Marietta did not follow, so it's a 1-for-1, and Marietta is having to retreat. Ornn ult is back up and does catch Syndra. And Caitlyn's going to try to get onto Leona, but Leona's getting poked really low and does get finished off by Caitlyn. So it is a 2-for-1 in favor of Mount Vernon, and that's going to be enough for them to take the dragon. So it just seemed like at that point there wasn't communication as far as who the targets were. Nox went into the group to take out Darius, and the rest of Marietta was a mile away. So I don't know if people were calling out who was killed or not, but they just were not on the same page. And now we see that Mount Vernon is ahead by about 1.5k gold. Now, Marietta is working on trying to reestablish their vision, so they are trying to get some wards down in both sides of their jungle. And maybe looking at trying to clear some wards, it looks like. So, I mean, 1.5k difference is not that huge 23 minutes in the game. But they haven't been winning the team fights. It's been going in Mount Vernon's favor, despite the fact that Marietta has more kills. So they're going to have to play smart. They're going to have to get their farm back up. They're going to have to look at the right picks if they're going to want to come back in this game. Otherwise, we'll be here a little bit longer for game 3. And we do see a possible engage on by Brimstone. He's having to ult away. Caitlyn gets very low in health. Ace in the hole comes out, but a great block there by Brimstone, but he's going to have to flash away to dodge Darius. And Darius is going to under half health. The Ornn ult's going to look to engage, and it does catch Larson, who's going to have to retreat. There is the disengage by these Syndra stun, and Leona's going to have to retreat. So ults are flying left and right, but no one has actually fallen yet. Leona is going to get caught, and he is going to end up falling. So despite the fact that Darius is 1-4-4, he is a big difference. He is super tanky. And part of that is that magic resist. If we take a look here, I mean, let's take a look what he's got. He's got 25 magic resist here, another 25 magic resist. So we're starting to see, let's see if there's other magic resist. 55 magic resist, 100 magic resist by Ornn. So Mount Vernon's doing exactly what I was afraid of, in that they are stacking that magic resist. So like Ornn is not going to take any damage from Marietta. So Mary's going to have to look at what's going to be the prior target. They're going to have to just focus on Caitlyn. They can't do anything to Ornn with that much magic resist. And the fact that Darius has got his spirit visions, I mean, he is now has even more magic resist and self heals. The tanks are just not going to be killable. So we do see Mount Vernon just kind of heading over to the top lane, looking at maybe trying to catch Cressman. And we're seeing it engaged by Marietta. Ace in the hole comes out and does get knocked. And it gets hooked in by Darius. Has to flash away. Lux all comes out. And they're just looking, trying to get killed. Leona stun will come out, but that's just going to delay the fight a little bit. But they're going to continue to chase Marietta. And Marietta is getting it caught, and Leona goes down, and Cressman's going to fall too. Actually, he's going to flash away, but the ticks he will barely get away. And with that, Mount Vernon's going to start the Baron. So meanwhile, Ornn's going to be chasing Echo and Syndra, but they're not going to. It's not going to be very effective. So Mount Vernon does secure the Baron. So now 27 minutes into the game, and Mount Vernon's up by just shy of 4,000 gold. Infernal Drake's up in 25 seconds, and they're going to go straight for it. If Marietta's going to look for a team fight, they're going to have to play smart. They're going to have to get the picks they need. If they try to go onto Ornn, they're going to do nothing to him. If they try to go onto Darius, he's going to heal up and just finish them off. They're going to have to get the pick on the Caitlyn, or maybe even the Lux, but probably the Caitlyn, just because already at 236 CS 4-3 and 3, Caitlyn is the big threat right now. And the Ornn ult will come out to try to prevent Marietta from securing the dragon, but Mount Vernon does get it. And Marietta's all over the place with their engages. Rek'Sai goes down. He tries to get the smite steal, but does not get it. Leona Stone comes out, and they do get the shutdown on Caitlyn. So that might be exactly what Marietta needs to get into this fight. They're working on trying to get Darius, but he is going to fall. And so... No, not Darius, but Brimstone's going to fall. And so will Cowboy. So it's a 3-for-1 plus Dragon. Actually, it might be a 4-for-1 because Cressman's extremely low, but they will not finish him off. So they get the Caitlyn, but everyone else is just too tanky. So at this point, the stun comes out, but Marietta's going to look for trying to get some kills. And Larson does get the shutdown, just as I ask and you shall receive, right? So Larson does get the shutdown onto Trundle. So that will at least get... yeah, so that at least gets some gold back, but we're still looking at almost a 4,000 gold difference between Marietta and Mount Vernon. And we're seeing Mount Vernon piling in more magic resist. So if they're going to be able to do some physical damage, it's going to be up to like Rek'Sai to try to do that 80 damage, but he's not going to do, or Nox isn't going to do that much damage. We see the pinks come out, we see Orange trying to chase down Brimstone. Should get away unless he gets flanked by Trundle. He's gonna have to move back down. If he's looking to try to get a fight, he's not doing a whole lot of damage to Ornn. And here comes Trundle. The Ornn ult does come out, but it will not connect. Meanwhile, the rest of Mount Vernon will be trying to push the mid lane. And we're gonna see a jump onto Darius, but he does get the slam dunk onto Cowboy, but actually, wait, timeout. Cowboy goes down, but so does Darius. So I think that was a Caitlyn kill. And they're going to look and try to get Caitlyn. Actually has to flash away, but pokes down Nox to just a couple of hits. So Caitlyn is just now doing way too much damage. So if they don't get her down instantly in the team fights, then that's pretty much going to hit. In fact, now Mount Vernon has tied up on kills, and they're up by over 3,000 gold. So the inhibitor goes down. They're looking to try to get the jump onto Caitlyn. The little stun does come out, and they get the shutdown, but Echo ends up falling as well. So it's right now a 1-for-1. Actually, now Incineroar does get the kill onto Trundle and trying to get a stun onto Darius, but Shen will go down, so will Leoa's. So 3 are now down for Marietta. Ornn is taking some turret hits though, so that might be enough to get the shutdown, and Larson does get the shutdown gold. But Nox is trying to retreat a little bit, or at least poke back up and to try to contest the inhibitor, but Mount Vernon will secure the mid inhibitor. And another stun comes out, and Leona will pop her ult. And Marietta is still trying to chase down Darius, not getting the stun that they need. So we're almost 32 minutes into the game, and we're seeing about a 2.5k gold difference in favor of Mount Vernon. Not a substantial lead, but it is still a lead. The one thing that Marietta does have going for them is Syndra is 9-0-6, has yet to die. But it's going to be a matter of dealing with all that magic resist that Mount Vernon has put onto Ornn and Darius. Infernal Drake's going to be up in 20 seconds. Baron's going to be up in 20 seconds as well. So we may see... it could be a very interesting fight here. It's looking like that... there's going to be a fight going on in the Dragon. But we're seeing Lux getting popped by by Echo. Sorry, Leona stun comes out, but Ornn is the follow-up stun. And Nox ends up following. And most of Marietta is getting deleted now. And Cressman's trying to do the best he can, but he's going to end up falling. All that's left is Larson. And Caitlin's going to get the triple kill. And we see Orange going to go in straight and try to finish the game. And with the death timers there are, I mean, it's looking like game 2 is going to go to Mount Vernon. Unless Marietta is going to... Nox is going to be up in 5 seconds. Leona's coming up right now. First Nexus Tower falls. Second one falls. And with that, Mount Vernon will secure game 2. So we are now tied up 1 apiece. So I think, and this is just my analysis from the game, I think a lot of the issues there, first of all, going with a double pick. Double check a couple things here real quick. But yeah, I think a lot of that was, first of all, having the double AP. So Mount Vernon was able to stack the magic resist. And then second, Marietta put a lot of emphasis on trying to get kills early on. And while they're able to get it, they fell behind and they felt the pressure of trying to get even more kills. And that came back to bite them. Now we are getting the lobby set up for game 3. So we'll see what kind of adjustments Marietta makes, but I think it's going to be a matter of making sure that you have a good balance on your damage and don't ignore other things for the sake of getting kills. KDA is great, but you still got to make sure you're ahead on farm. You got to make sure that you're working on objectives. But yeah, Orn and Darius just got too tanky that Marietta couldn't do much about it. All right, so we see Marietta's in the lobby, so we're just waiting for Mount Vernon. So as soon as we get the the pro draft set up, we will get that to you. Just look here a couple things here on Discord real quick. Yeah, we do see people being invited. Yeah, it's just taking a little bit to get the lobby set up here. Looks like Marietta will be on the red side for this game. All right, so we got a few more getting added. We're just waiting for everyone else. So it's just going to take a minute here as we get things set up in the game. Yeah, I think we're just waiting for Sharps or Sharpies or however you pronounce his name. I apologize if I botched it up. I said it both ways, so I know I botched up at least once. Okay, we're starting to get the links for Pro Draft. Okay, so let me get this up. So here we go. Pro Draft is up. They haven't started up just yet. Marietta is saying that they're ready. So now we're just waiting for Mount Vernon to start things. So as soon as both sides are ready, we will get this going. It looks like everyone's in the lobby now, so they should be starting at Pro Draft any second. Appreciate everyone's patience. Okay, still waiting for everyone to be ready. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, so we see Mount Vernon still banning the recon. So we're going to see what kind of bans happen here. Mary decides to ban the Orn. So they do not want that up against. They saw that as the big threat. Jarvan's being banned again. Olaf's being banned. So let's see what the third ban is going to be. Still banned Talia, and Caitlyn's going to get the ban this time. So we'll see what Mount Vernon decides to probably pick. Seth has not banned this time, so they could first pick that. But also things like Sejuani haven't been banned, so that's another possibility. I'm not so sure what else Mount Vernon would want to prio pick in this game. They got 3 seconds left, and they are going to go with the Sejuani. So see if Marietta tries to pick maybe a more effective jungler for Nox. I mean, Rek'Sai had some good early game presence, but kind of fell later on. Or will Marietta try to go with their flex picks track that they've been using for the first 2 games? And they're going to go with the Trundle themselves. So that is interesting. I don't know if they've played a lot of Trundle, maybe in previous years, but that is an interesting pick. And they're still going to go with the Leona for support, keeping Cowboy on Leona. Seems to like her very well. So Marietta didn't reveal too much there, which is going to give them a nice advantage when they try to counter pick. And it looks like they are going to go with the set. Now we'll see what Mount Vernon decides to go with for their next pick. And they're going to bring back the Fell Cause. So that was not banned. So now they're going to have to bring that back. And Marietta is going to go straight for the Darius, the counter set. So now Marietta still has to pick basically their two carries, their mid and ADC. So it'll be interesting. I mean, I would suggest going to pick in their mid because they, I mean, unless it's a Vel'Koz support, which is very unlikely. So we're going to see the Senna being banned. We're going to see Lucian. I would expect a lot of target bans in the bot lane. And they're going to go with the Ezreal pick. So very interesting. A lot of focus in that bot lane. And the Gallia. Unless either Mount Vernon sees something that I don't, or they're trying to pick something that would be countered by Gallia. Let's see what Mary decides to go with here. Time's running out. And they're going to go with a Yasuo. Actually, no, never mind. That's supposed to be a Veigar. Or Veigar, however you pronounce it. So that might be it. And that's got to be a Veigar going into the Vel'Koz. And it looks like they're going to go with a Morgana for support. Unless it's a Morgana mid with a Vel'Koz support. That's not unheard of, but unlikely. And it's going to be a Jinx for the ADC. So how will Marietta respond with Jinx Morgana in the bot? It's most likely Jinx Morgana in the bot lane. And it looks like Larson's going to go with a more traditional pick with the Kai'Sa into the Jinx. And we are already underway. So let me get some audio going here. So there shouldn't be too many mysteries this time around. I know the last couple of games, it's like, okay, who's going where? Wait, is that happening? What happening? The only possibility is if we're going to see Vel'Koz support, but I don't think we're going to see that. Because Morgana mid, it was good back in Season 2, but it's not as effective compared to having her as support. So I think we know what everyone's going to be playing. So I'm just waiting for everyone to kind of go through the motions here.
Who dares defy my will? Come on, I won't hurt you. I promise.
Yeah, just still waiting.
Grounded? Right.
Okay, now we got to the bands, so now we can get to the picks. Not too sure what the delay is. This should be a set pick. We should see Darius followed by Trundle. So then we should see Sejuani and Vel'Koz. We will see Vel'Koz. Okay. Guess we're double checking.
Fine. I don't need more enemies.
You don't have the heart for this.
Hey, you're lost. But I get it.
Glad to see them.
Okay, so yeah, I was just double checking some stuff here. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, the draft is pretty much what we anticipated. All right, so we're just kind of waiting for the loadouts so the game would start up. But yeah, a little bit more traditional selection this time. I mean, the only things that are just, I don't even really say anything too out of the ordinary. We saw Trundle Jungle, try to say that 3 times fast, pretty effective last game for Mount Vernon. So it looks like Marietta is going to try their shot at Trundle in the jungle. But now we are in spectator mode, waiting for basically the game to start up. So those of you that are watching, so first of all, thank you again for spending your evening with us. I know it's getting close to about 10:30, so it's getting a little bit on the late side, but the fact that you're here joining with us is much appreciated. You are watching Marietta College Esports. Marietta College is going up against Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Both teams have taken a game. So this is it. This is game 3. Winner takes all. So we'll see who has made the better adjustments going into this game. We're not seeing any out of the ordinary draft picks. So it's just going to be a matter of proper execution of the champions into other champions. While we're waiting, it's just as a couple reminders of things that are going on. Tomorrow, our Rainbow Six team will be playing against Purdue University. That'll be at 8:30 tomorrow. And then Saturday at 4 o'clock will be our League of Legends match against Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. And that is the match where we're dedicating our Versus Cancer fundraiser. We have been campaigning for several weeks now and trying to see if we can raise funds to support pediatric brain tumor research. We have raised over $300 so far. And we're going to try to make one more big push on Saturday. So please be sure to help support this cause by going to bit.ly/MC versus cancer. Half the proceeds will go towards the research itself. The other half will go towards the the Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. And for that game, I will be donating $5 for every kill, tower, dragon, rift herald, and baron. So every kill and objective. And that's going to be a lot. I mean, if it's anything like the games we've been seeing here, looks like I'm probably going to be coughing up like $150, $200 a game, but it is worth it. It is for these kids. So if I'm willing to donate practically $200 a game, will you help? I'm not saying you need to donate $200 a game, although if you want to, that'd be awesome. But will you match my challenge by paying $1 for every kill and objective? I don't think that's asking too much. So please be sure to join us on Saturday for that. And then finally on Sunday, our Overwatch team will be playing against Ohio Northern University. That'll be around 7 o'clock Eastern time. There'll be 2 more Overwatch matches immediately following that. I don't know who the opponent is yet, and we probably won't be able to broadcast the first match, but we hope to broadcast the second match. So for all of these announcements and updates, you can always follow us on Facebook. You can go to facebook.com/Marietta College Esports. You can follow us on Twitter at Marietta Esports. We try to post any announcements And of course, as we're getting the game loaded up here, I will show you our other big announcement. That is right. We have a Super Smash Brothers team. It has finally happened. The rumors are true. So we hope to be competing at least in the fall for different tournaments. And we'll see how well the team does. In the meantime, let's see how our League of Legends team does against Mount Vernon Nazarene University in this Game 3 winner take all. So here we go. Marietta will be on the red side. Mount Vernon will be on the blue side. If you think Marietta can take this game, let's see that hype in the chat. Because I know you're still awake. It's only 10:30-ish. And we are seeing potentially an no, not so much an we're seeing a possible invade by Mount Vernon, or at least they're grouping up again to detect a potential invade, just like they did in the last game. Yeah, so they're getting some pings out. They think that if Marietta is invading, that's where they're at.
Not until we trampled our foes to dust.
So they're just gonna stay grouped up.
Minions have spawned.
But they're gonna find that there is no invade. Alright, so we see traditional starts. So Mount Vernon starts with the red buff, Marietta starts with the blue buff. Alright, let's see if we get Leprechaun Faiga. Oh, that accent was horrible, Matt. You gotta do better than that. I might try better. I might try later on. Anyway, so for this game, I think the big matchup, I'm probably going to put it towards the mid lane again this time. I mean, it's a more traditional matchup in that they are two actually mid-designated champions. It'll be interesting to see the range that Vel'Koz has. And actually, we're seeing quite a bit of fight going on here in the top lane, and Set is able to get a first blood onto Cressman. So that's going to give Mount Vernon an early advantage. And Cressman's going to have to teleport in. And he may be trying to look for an early... I don't know if he's going to try to go after him again, but he's down a level. Trundle maybe is in position, maybe looking at a potential gank. But the ward is there, so he is going to get caught, and Set will back away. And it looks like we're going to see a skirmish going on in the jungle. Nox is going for the early invade and getting some damage onto Sejuani, but he's going to have to retreat. And we're seeing a lot of poke damage from Vel'Koz onto Brimstone, and he's already at about just a little over half health. He's going to have to keep his distance. And we are seeing an actual gank attempt going into the top lane. Darius actually gets the flash, and Set's going to flash. But I don't think Marietta's going to get the kill. Yeah, they're not going to be able to get the kill. They forced the flash out of him. But that's about all they get. Meanwhile, bot lane is pretty even on CS so far. But we'll see if the jungle presence is more in the top lane rather than the bot lane. We do see Sejuani coming down, but probably not going to get a whole lot with Mount Vernon already pushing up onto Larson and Cowboy. The stun does connect, and that does allow Jinx to get a little bit of damage on Cowboy, but not a whole lot. And we maybe see that gank attempt going on. And with that ward, that is going to allow the Greats to come out. And gets a little bit of stun onto Jinx, but the spell immunity by Morgana does help with that. And that's going to force Nox to retreat. Seeing a little bit of trade going on here. Cressman's going to have to keep his distance just because of how hard Seth is hitting. I mean, he is up in CS and kills right now. To be fair, it's the only kill so far this game. Not a whole lot going on right now. Sejuani is trying to head down the river. Maybe just setting up some vision. Yeah, I don't think they would necessarily solo dragon, but trying to get some vision to see where Nox could be. And Vel'Koz will pop the ult, and the stun goes out, and at least get some damage onto Vel'Koz. But we see Trundle maybe looking for a gank attempt, but Vel'Koz will retreat, or at least back away a little bit. So that's actually a great job there by Brimstone by using the Veigar, by being able to get the stun during the ult so it doesn't get its full duration. So that would be why you get the Veigar. Meanwhile, we are seeing a little bit of exchange going on here. We may see a fight in the river. But Mount Vernon will secure the Scuttle Crab. And they may even start up the Drake. So Marietta has to know this. And we see Nox getting into position. But the rest have not followed. Or at least maybe trying to steal the dragon. But Mount Vernon will secure it. And it'll go straight onto Brimstone. But the gate comes out and does get a stun onto Sejuani. And Larson does get the kill. Brimstone will go down, but Marietta will continue to chase, and Larson gets a double kill. So it is a 2-for-1, and Mount Vernon gets the dragon. I would say it's a pretty fair trade. Especially Larson getting 2 kills on Kai'Sa is going to help. Darius is getting poked down quite a bit, so he's going to have to retreat soon. Things are quieted down just a little bit. We see Larson Cowboy retreating, buying back. So right now, 8.5 minutes in the game, and the gold is pretty much even. It's like about 100 gold difference. Kills are even. And we see the Vel'Koz all being used, putting some good damage on the Brimstone, but he does get away. A nice hook there by Cressman to at least get some turret damage. But Showstopper does get used, and now Cressman is extremely low in health. The bleed ticks do come off. But Cressman is extremely low in health, and he actually flashes in, tries to go for the slam dunk, and ends up falling to Set. Brimstone's gonna get the stun and get his Q off and try to get more powerful. That's the one thing. And Nox is there to try to get the Tower kill. Flash is going off. The ult comes out. And Nox is gonna try to get the kill. He's taking tower damage, but he will get away and get the shutdown gold. And I also forgot the thing with Vygar is he is a very strong late game scaler. If he can get his Q powered up, or if he can get his Qs off correctly, that AP scaling is going to be huge. So I didn't even consider the fact that Marietta is kind of going for a more late game comp with Kai'Sa and Vygar. And we're seeing some contention going on around the Rift Herald, so at least for the Scuttle Crab. We see Marietta going after Sejuani. But Marietta will at least secure the Scuttle Crab, but not too much else besides along with that. Caution pings are coming out. So Sejuani is still around there, but it is going to be pretty heavily warded. So Cressman should know this, and he will retreat. We're seeing Leona getting stunned and taking a lot of damage. The Morgana ult actually comes out, and Cowboy does fall, but Kai'Sa is going to use their ult to try to get onto Morgana and actually get stunned himself. And this is going to be a shutdown onto Jinx, so that's going to be 2 kills for Grumpy Gungan. And with that, Mount Vernon is ahead by 1,000 gold. You're seeing a nice stopwatch being used there by Brimstone. So Marietta is behind now, and they're gonna have to be careful. Rocket's coming out, and it does not connect with Brimstone. I think they were looking to try to get that extra kill, but a nice job there to make sure that whiffed. If we take a look at gold differences, actually Jinx is now ahead. Despite the tie in kills and Larson being ahead of CS, the difference is the C. Actually, no, I'm sorry, Larson's ahead. I thought, for some reason, I thought that the gold difference was. It's just actually very even at this point. Meanwhile, Nox was able to secure the Rift Herald uncontested, so we'll have to see where he decides to put that. Showstopper comes out, and it was just enough distance so that he didn't take any tower hits. Meanwhile, Cloud Drake is up, and that might be the next point of contention. Leona's stun does come out, and people are getting low left and right, but the damage is going all over the place. It's not being focused. Sejuani all comes out and connects with Nox and has to flash away. Jinx gets the kill onto Cowboy, but Larson gets the shutdown onto Jinx, but Vel'Koz has come down to see if he can get a kill. So right now, it is a 1-for-1 in the bot lane. And we'll see if there's any follow-up from that. Larson gets a little bit of damage onto Sejuani. But they may just take the Scuttle Crab and say that's enough. But yet the big difference right now is the matchup between Set and Darius. Actually, Mount Vernon will start up the Dragon, and Marietta is not going to be able to contest this. They suspect that they're on the Dragon, but Vel'Koz is going to delay it and prevent them from being able to do anything. Gets very low on health, but they're not going to be able to finish him off. So that Drake will go to Mount Vernon. So now if we take a look at the gold differences, yeah, I mean, between Set and Darius, you're looking at a 1,400 gold difference at 14 minutes into the game. So right now, Darius is not going to be very effective against Set. I mean, we see that Set has the Black Cleaver finished, but Darius does not have a completed item yet. And Nox still needs to use the Rift Herald. Showstopper comes out, but Nox is there to try to get a gank onto Set. And Nox will have to flash away. And Jinx uses the ult to get some damage, but Cressman is able to get a kill onto Set. But Nox is going to have to retreat. And meanwhile, Vel'Koz is going to be heading towards the top lane to try to take care of some of the farm. But Nox might not be able to get any use out of this Rift Herald unless he finds something soon. I'm just watching the timer here for that Rift Herald, and it's just ticking down. He's only got about a couple seconds left. And meanwhile, we do see Vel'Koz using the ult and getting some damage on the Brimstone. He's going to have to back away again. And Nox is going to have to use that Rift Herald right about now. And you do see him starting to summon it. And it is going to be set. The Leona ult comes down, but the Morgana shield is able to prevent it. Kai'Sa pops the ult to try to get some damage on the Morgana, but nothing connects. So the Rift Herald is not going to be very effective. Well, it's still up, but it actually does get a charge. So that was very clutch, but they were able to at least get some use out of it. Meanwhile, Marietta is going to have to retreat a little bit because they're still down by about 1,000 gold. We do see the re-engage onto Morgana. Has to pop the spell shield, and the Ignite ticks do finish her off. So now they're going to chase onto Jinx. But the Sejuani comes out, and it does kind of connect. But Leona actually gets the double kill. Okay. Not exactly who you want that gold on. But a kill's a kill. And Marietta is able to secure the first turret. So we will give them that. Meanwhile, we see that trading going off a little bit again in the top lane, but Cressman's got to understand that he's still very behind compared to Set, and Showstopper is up. You do see some pings coming out. Infernal Drake is up in 55 seconds, so Marietta may be looking to establish some vision and try to contest this Drake. Mount Vernon has been able to secure the first 2 dragons, and we do see some pings coming out, so we may be looking at a possible fight here. Leona's starting to get poked a bit, and Mount Vernon will try to reestablish control of the river. Yeah, we're starting to see everyone collapsing in. Seth has not used his teleport, but Seth doesn't have his teleport up, but Darius does. So if needed, Cressman could join in. Sejuani all does engage onto Larson, and he is going to get poked down. But Marietta will get a kill on the Jinx, so both ADCs are down on both sides, and Cressman does teleport in. And Sejuani has to flash away, and Marietta's going to go for the Infernal Drake. Vel'Koz will use his ult and actually gets a kill onto Brimstone, so Marietta will collapse onto. Slam Dunk goes in, but does not finish him off. So that's technically a 2-for-1, and that will force Marietta to retreat. But somewhere in all that, the goal difference has now just really collapsed, and we're only looking at like a 1 to 200 gold difference between both teams now. So now we see everyone starting to move into the Infernal Drake again. Mount Vernon's going to try to start up this time, or at least clear vision. And this may be uncontested because most of Marietta is not there. The Showstopper is used onto Nox, and he's going to get poked down, has to flash away himself. But since he's at half health, that's going to take him out of the fight. And that's another dragon for Mount Vernon. This does give Pressman a chance to try to split push a little bit, but he has to know that Sejuani and Vel'Koz are coming. He will back away into the jungle. And Jinx actually has to pop her ult, and Vel'Koz gets the shutdown. But Mount Vernon is just getting more kills, and now they're up by 900 gold. Now we do see Larson trying to get onto Set, but he's going to use his face breaker, use his shield, but Larson does get the kill and will work on Morgana. Should be able to get the double kill, so that's 2 more kills back, and that's going to even up the goal again. Meanwhile, Darius is going to pull people in and try to get some tower hits, but it's 3 versus 1, and he's going to have to get out of there or he's going to get poked down, and Sejuani is going to actually get the kill. So, I mean, it's just Cressman. Like, it's 3 versus 1, you can't stay there. So we're 21 minutes in the game, and it is about a 1,000 gold difference. With Mount Vernon having 2 towers down, 12 kills versus Marietta with 1 tower and 10 kills. If we look at CS difference, we see the advantage is with Larson. Darius is catching up on CS to Set, but Set has 3 more kills versus Cressman. And we even see Sejuani has more CS over Trundle. So if we look at the gold differences here, actually the fact that Nox has 6 assists is why he is ahead in gold by just a little bit. And we see basically Set and Vel'Koz are ahead compared to Darius and Fygar respectively. And we're starting to see a lot of contention into Marietta's red jungle. Mount Vernon may be looking for trying to find a kill and then go for the Baron because it is now up. I mean, we do see Morgana is under half health. And Marietta may be looking for a flank. And Trundle's going to be popping the cone. And they're going to go straight onto Set. Showstopper comes out. But Cressman is able to get the slam dunk. Larson's able to get a kill on Jinx. So right now it's a 2 for 1. Although Larson's going to get very low. Most of Marietta's very low. But Vygar does get a kill on Morgana. So it's a 3 for 1 right now. And Nox is really trying to peel off the Sejuani, but Larson's going to try to go in for the kill himself and actually flashes onto Vel'Koz and actually gets shut down, but Vygar is going to get the shutdown onto Vel'Koz. So that's a 4 for 2 in favor of Marietta, and we have a tie game at this point. Actually, Marietta has a slight lead by like 300 gold, but it's still really close. Alright, so now that things are settling down and people are respawning from the death timers. Yeah, so now we're seeing about a 1 to 200 gold difference. Wards all over the place. So Marietta does have their red side jungle pretty well warded, but they're going to have to work on the vision on the other side and start looking at the Infernal Drake. It's going to be up in less than 40 seconds. In fact, we do see Cowboy getting some vision down there. He's getting pinged, and he's going to have to get out of there. If he's not careful, he's going to get pounced on. But we do see Brimstone there to help out. Meanwhile, we did see Jinx trying to secure some towers. That's another tower for Mount Vernon. We do see Inferno Drake coming up, and Mount Vernon looks like they're just kind of expand out and try to keep vision control. And they are going to try to go into Sejuani. Morgana shield does come out, but Marietta is just pouncing on Sejuani. Leona comes out, and so does Sejuani. But Leona will back away. And Set may be looking for a showstopper and does get onto Cressman, so he's going to go down. Meanwhile, Nox is extremely low in health. And Cowboy is going to jump right into the group and gets a shutdown for Jinx. Brimstone gets a kill onto Set and another shutdown to Sejuani, so that's 2 for 2 right now. And Larson's going to try to jump right onto it, but he's going to get taken down by Jinx. So, I mean, he saw him very low and he tried to get the kill, but doesn't quite get it. Most of Mount Vernon's extremely low. Morgana is just a couple autos away. And meanwhile, there's still contention going on the Dragon, and Brimstone will get the shutdown. But is Marietta going to continue to get the Infernal Drake? And they are going to try to. Nox uses his smite already, and they do secure the Dragon. Vel'Koz was going to try to poke it, but that was a lot closer than I made it sound. And that's because I was still trying to process everything that was going on in this fight. But okay, so with that, Marietta is now up by just a few hundred gold. And so actually, when all things said and done, there hasn't been a huge swing in the golds prior to the team fight. And part of this has to do with the fact that Mount Vernon got a tower and Marietta got a dragon. So now Marietta has to look at trying to get not dragons, but towers. Well, they should get dragons, but both the top and mid towers are very low. So they try to get the stun onto Set, but the Morgana shield does block that. But if they can get that bottom and not bottom, but top and mid towers, that will swing the gold a bit more in their favor. Even though they are ahead, with League of Legends, you want to try to expand the goldie. And we see minions working on the tower. It won't be enough to finish it off, but they'll at least be able to get some damage by having the minions crash into the tower. And we see some vision trying to be established around the Baron. So we were 27 minutes into the game, and it's still very even, about 100 gold difference between the two teams. So I would think whoever wins this next team fight is going to be able to get Baron, and this can go either way. Marietta has to protect Larson. They get some damage onto Sejuani, but not a whole lot. It looks like Marietta is trying to chase down Set, but if they're not careful, they're going to try to get the engage onto him. Altar coming out. Showstopper comes out, and Larson's going to try to get some damage onto Set. Gets extremely low, but does not get anything. And in fact, Mount Vernon gets a kill onto Leona. Larson's trying to get some kills, but the Morgana ult is just not ult. I'm sorry, Morgana shield is definitely making a difference. Although Brimstone gets a kill onto Jinx, and they're going to continue chasing Vel'Koz. In fact, Larson he's way too deep. He does get a kill, but he's going to end up going down. So it's a 2 for 2. So Brimstone's going to be trying to get some damage onto Sejuani, but does not get anything. So we're now kind of even in gold again, at least about 300 gold difference. But Marietta was able to get that tower, so that does give them that extra gold. So now they're up by just about 800 gold now. And Brimstone's going to try to push the mid tower a little bit, but he does back away. Okay, so let's assess the situation here. Infernal Drake, minute 20. Baron is up. We are tied pretty much in gold and kills, and a little bit on towers as well. The big swing difference is the fact that Mountain Vernon has more dragon buffs than Marietta. They have a Cloud and Mountain Drake, whereas they're tied on the Infernal Drakes. But the Infernal Drake is going to be up in about a minute, so that will be where the next point of contention is. And we do see Larson has, well, both AD carries have 3 completed items. And we're seeing Morgana getting poked down and actually gets shut down by Brimstone. So that might give Marietta what they need. The flash comes out. Actually, that's a double flash between Vel'Koz and Brimstone to try to catch him. And Marietta is going to start heading towards the Infernal Drake. It's up in 20 seconds. And Brimstone's doing everything he can to zone off Mount Vernon. Morgana will be up in 13 seconds, and Infernal Drake is now up. So Marietta trying to start it up, or are they going to try to look for the engage? It looks like they're going to try to chase down Jinx. Leona ult comes out. Cressimo will pop a grenade, and Marietta split in all sorts of directions. The ult goes onto Larson, and he's going to end up going down, but Sejuani will go down, so it's a 1-for-1. And Set is trapped a little bit, but he'll take some damage, but not a whole lot of follow-up. But those stuns are going to give Brimstone more AP, so that's going to allow him to scale even more. Nox actually had to flash away because he was taking too much damage. Because since right now they basically have traded an AD carry for a jungler, so Mountain Vernon has the damage and will start up the Infernal Drake. Minions do take care of the mid tower in the meantime, and we do see Darius teleporting in, and Leona tries to charge in, but it's extremely low and gets popped. But Cressman is able to get set down as well, so it's a 1-for-1, 2-for-2. Jinx gets Darius down, so it's actually a 2-for-1, but now it's a 2-for-2 with Brimstone getting Jinx down. Meanwhile, somewhere during that, Marietta was able to get the Infernal Drake. Where did I miss that? I'm trying to pay attention to kills left and right all over the place, and boom, Dragon's dead. And that's why I thought it was a 2-for-2. I just kind of saw the red bar there and thought, oh yeah, Marietta got another kill. Okay, so 2-for-2 and a dragon, so that is a win for Marietta. We take those. My only critique there was the earlier engage, people were not clear on the targets. You got like people going after Jinx and people going after Set and people going after Sejuani. It's like, pick your target and focus on that person. And we see Morgana getting popped by Brimstone. So this is where we're 32 minutes into the game. We got a Veigar, 207 CS, 10-3-4. I'm just curious now. Okay. No, wrong button. What is your AP? 659 AP for Veigar. That is scary. You thought a 768 Kai'Sa was scary? Meet 10-3-4, 650 plus AP Veigar. And Sejuani actually had to flash away. Showstopper comes out by Set. Out. The Zhonya's gets popped by Brimstone and gets shut down by Set. So there goes the 650 AP. And actually 2 are down from Marietta, so they may have overstayed their welcome. But we see they're all over the place, and Larson's going to have to run away. He just has single-digit health bars left. And that's going to allow Mount Vernon to start the dragon. That evens up the gold, and they're going to take the lead. Because Marietta is trying to get greedy for kills. They're trying to look for the kills, and they're not getting it, and they're ignoring the 6-6-5 set. Marietta's trying to do something here and get the engage onto Jinx. And Cressman does get the shutdown. And they're going to get onto Morgana. So that's a double kill by Cressman. A triple kill. Doesn't get the quadra kill just yet. Try to use the ult. At least get Cressman. Try to get the kill. But Veigar was able to get the retaliatory kill. But that is a 3-for-1. And they stop the Baron. And in fact, Marietta might be like, you know what? Your jungler's dead. We can start up the Baron. Because the only person down from Marietta now is Crespin. Larson's back up. So now Marietta's going to be able to secure the Baron because they got the 3 kills in the Baron pit. So this is the break that Marietta needs to try to expand their lead now. Because now they're up by about 2.6k gold, more or less. Man, a lot goes on here. So we are 35 minutes into the game. Alright, so let's see what happens at this point. With the Baron powered minions, most of Marietta's collapsing in the mid lane. They should utilize the Baron buff to at least have someone split push. But it seems like they're really just kind of focusing on the mid. Infernal Drake is up in 40 seconds, so that might be why they're trying to push there to see if they can get some control over the next Infernal Drake. We're seeing a lot of pings going out. So we're probably going to be seeing a team fight really soon. Brimstone's got to be really careful because he's dangerously close to the other team. He needs to make sure that he uses the frontliners to protect himself. Because right now, this is going to be a lot about the damage from Brimstone. And I think that's going to be the big factor in this next team fight. Infernal Drake's up in 10 seconds. So we should be getting a fight any second now. Brimstone's getting poked down once. And we're seeing the Showstopper getting put onto someone, onto Cressman. And they're trying to jump onto Brimstone. Cowboy goes down for Marietta, although Morgan goes down, and so does Cressman. So it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Mount Vernon. And a lot of that was because Brimstone is exactly what I was saying. Brimstone got poked down, and he had to back away. Although Larson is going to get a kill, so it turns into a 2-for-2. And Lucas was able to get the steal on the Dragon. And now we see Larson trying to get a kill into Jinx, and Brimstone's going to get a kill. And that's actually going to be an ace plus the Dragon. What just happened? So Mary's going to make the push, and this should be at least an inhibitor. But then again, Morgana's up, and the next person won't be up for another 17 seconds. So I don't think they're going to get it. Yeah, they're just going to take the inhibitor and rotate down. Meanwhile, Cressman's going to be... Okay, I thought they were going to rotate down. Okay, 38 minutes into the game. Marietta is now up by almost 6,000 gold, 3 Inferno Drakes. So can they close out the game? Looks like Marietta's starting to rotate to the top lane. And we're seeing pings come out. They may be looking for trying to get a pick. They're at least going to get the blue buff, or at least try to. And we see Nox getting a little bit of damage. Seth's starting to take some damage. And most of Mount Vernon was trying to get a flank onto Cressman, but he will back away. And Morgana's going to get stunned, and Leona flashed, well, the ult. And that's going to take Morgana out of the fight. And meanwhile, Larson's looking for a flank from behind. And Cressman's going to get started and poked a little bit. Vel'Koz is going to use his ult and gets dragged in. Uses his slam dunk and actually falls to Vel'Koz. So that's 1 down for Marietta. They are going to jump onto Sejuani with the stun. So Brimstone does get the kill. Larson's going to get a kill onto Seth. So it's a 2-for-1 right now. And Marietta will continue their push. Or not. They're going to wait until the next minion wave. In fact, super minions are heading towards the base. And Mount Vernon's going to have to fall back to contest it. Because otherwise those super minions will take out the Nexus towers. So now we see Marietta trying to push the bot lane while the super minions are coming to play. Okay, so at least capture the tower. And then they're going to back. And maybe look for one more big push. So at this point, we are 40 minutes into the game. We see pinks coming out. Marietta seems to be grouping up. They may be baiting out the Baron, it looks like. I thought they were going to try the bait out the Baron. In fact, Mount Vernon's starting to head towards there. And we see Vel'Koz taking quite a bit of damage. And actually, Seth's going to get stunned, having to use his shield. He's going to use Showstopper, but it's not going to be enough, and he's going to go down. And that might give Marietta the green light to make some kind of move. So they're going to start up the Baron. Still a little risky for that. So they may, I don't know, they might just peel back off and re-engage onto Mount Vernon, and that's exactly what they do. A three-man Leona stun, or a slow, and Morgana's going to go down, and Cressman's going to get a double kill. Well, maybe not double kills, but they're going down. Meanwhile, super minions are wrecking the base, and that is an ace. And Marietta will continue down. Super minions are taking care of the work. So all that's left is one more Nexus tower, and this should be the game. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Marietta College takes the series 2-1. Oh my goodness. That was something, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think it turned around a little bit with the dragon fight and getting the kills and stealing the dragon, but also Brimstone with the Vygar getting the scaling done, getting an insane amount of AP. I think that made a huge difference there. So congratulations to the Pioneers for taking the game. But yeah, it is late. I think I'm going to log off here. I think we're going to end the stream because the game's over. So just a quick reminder, tomorrow Rainbow Six will be playing at 8:30. League of Legends will be playing on Saturday at 4 o'clock. Be sure to come for that for our Versus Cancer campaign. Your donations would be much appreciated. And then Sunday, our Overwatch team will be playing at 7 o'clock. So please be sure to come back for all those matches. From all of us here, we thank you for spending the last 3 hours watching this game. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you have a good night.